I fight some more novistadors. Yay. As I investigate the depths. No, really, that's what it's called. I find a group of corpses who had been cast down by Disney long ago and perished here. These must have been the executives of Blue Sky before Disney merged with Fox. I escape into a sewer, and even the gun seller gets snippy at me for not forking out the cash.
Next time, buy something.
He seems a little different than he used to as well, but he fixes my armor, and strangely, seems to have my old jacket in stock. I buy it at a high price, and slip off my armor, as it was now too damaged and rusted to be helpful now. Oh, this feels right. I walk through the sewers with more confidence than ever, and it slowly becomes a laboratory. I make the only sensible observation I can reasonably make after seeing a corpse that was experimented on.
These people are not right.
The elevator is offline, so I have to turn on the power to the area to get out. But I have the strangest feeling that someone was watching me. Someone who was approaching me, fast and furiously. I couldn't see him, but he could see me, and took shots at me before I could even find the power. When I did, it was at a dead end. So I had to make space quickly before I was ambushed. And then he showed himself. Vintugo. I should have known Disney would inevitably bring you back. You're a cash cow that got 9 movies and spin-offs. They must have acquired that franchise long ago as well.
So we're playing hide and seek, is that it?
Forcibly taking something from another company isn't really a shock for them. I thought I ended him when he worked for Ash and his family, but I see what family really means to you now. This fight lasted longer than I needed it to, much like the Fast and Furious saga, giving him shot after shot, hoping to inflate his ego enough to think he can act, and then make his bald head explode. As I was having fun with him, all good things came to an end, and as he was weakening, he damaged my old new jacket that I just got back. Now that bastard had to go. And I took pride in showing him what happens when you touch Leon's jacket. Vintugo fell once again, proving who the real Dom was.
My condolences to your master.
Before taking the elevator that had finally powered up. On the way up, I could feel myself changing again, tapping into a conversation between Monocle Man and someone I didn't know.
You're suffering, Kenny.
Monocle said that the girl had given up her pain and given in to whatever she was afflicted with. Does he mean Ashley? She couldn't have given up. She seemed like she was just starting to be herself. But then they poisoned her. Even though I didn't know who he was, I felt a sense of familiarity with him on a deep, personal level, in a way I'd never felt with anyone before. And when I stepped off the elevator, an unlikely ally revealed herself to me. Not like that, unfortunately. Hada stood before me. She remarked about the smell and condition of my clothes, and said whatever damaged my jacket would have killed me if it didn't take the hit for me.
I'll make it cheap for you.
Against my wishes, my short reunion had to end, and Hada took my jacket from me, and discovered a replacement outfit strangely quickly. I felt like I was being ogled, but I guess I didn't mind. and Hada handed me a suppressant for whatever was wrong with me. Something I still wasn't aware of, but she was. I tell her Ashley was worse off than me currently, and Hada was all too willing to help me rescue her.
In that case, we know what we have to do. Then come, Sancho Panza. Let us rescue the Princess Dulcinea.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Before delving into the mines, I get some insight into the mastermind behind all this. A diary from a worker speaks about the slow transformation a new hire has when being manipulated by a company since they don't know anyone else will hire them. The foreman pledges his loyalty to his superior, fully brainwashed into manual labor. Whoever their boss was, I had to find them and put a stop to this. First, more shooting range. I had to show off in front of Hada, after all. The rewards don't matter, just the impression I had on her. But she was still an unknown variable in any mission, and I finally had time to question her about her work from Umbrella and her intentions here.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
She answered she was almost a free agent, and that she was making up for her past by what she does now. I'm not sure how I can believe that, given her work with Wesker cannot be good at all. But at least she sounds sincere.
Something like that.
She'll always be a mystery, but a mystery I feel sad for. I stop my questioning, as answers seem to be off the table, and we reach a collapse in the mine, which leads to the exit. As usual, we had to detour before we could progress, and sneaking around quickly became out of the question. Hada starts shouting before we're even seen, and unfortunately it was about Freddy Fazbear, who always comes back.
Cuidado! The ones with chainsaws are no joke!
Believe me, I know.
Well, he can suck on my Glamcock and Belloras, so I toy around with him, becoming a real nightmare for him, and ignite him until he's nothing but withered scrap. The rest of the enemies weren't too pleased to meet me, as I was just a fuckboy with a nasty habit of scooping anyone I came across for around 5 nights, pretend they're my baby, and have a fun time, before taking the initiative to endo our relationship. I didn't want to make any frettles, of course, and I faded away like a shadow. I understand that really bites, but that's just what rock stars do, and I can't help be the way I am. So mark my words, and don't get it twisted. I may be a phantom menace when it comes to relationships, but at the end of the day, I'm always the golden boy. Right, so I grab the dynamite and blow my way to success. Something I don't usually need a bomb for, but it's still necessary here. Hada backs me up the whole way, and I accidentally misgender Hada too. Before I can apologize, I'm grabbed by a sadly familiar set of hands. Shrek the Third and the Fourth rear their ugly heads instantly, and both would prove to be a bad taste in our mouths forever after. I mess around with this boss fight a lot longer than necessary, just to see if I could actually drop either of them into the lava without having to use any ammo. I never actually succeed in this, but I am able to take down the armored Shrek without dynamite, which I thought was pretty cool, until Leon says this.
Alright, now for the naked one.
The other one goes down quick, and I pray to God I'll never have to deal with the Shrek 5. I won't, right? Right? Hada helps me escape the arena, and we delve deeper into the mines. She reveals that this area is more important to the people in charge, because this is where the original fossils of the Karen site were found, encased in amber. I don't think Hada knows that I saw her conversation with Wesker, but now it seems apparent to me that her mission is to get the amber to him, which must be an original Karen site, pure and untouched. With that, I'm sure Wesker could mass produce them and take over everything. So Hada was helping me, huh? She wasn't just guiding me to where she needed to be to find this fossil? Fine. I'll keep my mouth shut for now. But I'm waiting for her facade to crumble. I'll be ready. What I wasn't ready for was the struggle to get my game to progress past this point. As soon as I interacted with the minecart, the game crashed. And oh boy, was I in for a long night of fixes. That in hindsight was not as deep as it ended up being. But it also will not be the only time this issue persists. I have a 20-minute voice clip of me the night of recording this, which summed up about the 2 hours it took to fix the game. Here's my condensed version. Moral of the story is, dodge roll mod fucks up your game. And not only does it need to be disabled in the manager, it also needs to be... Hi. It's me from the future. So, none of the stuff that was recorded in this is actually true. To actually sum up what happened, I spent several hours trying to fix the game, learned that it was the dodge roll mod. I had to uninstall the mod and delete the file housed in the game's directory to get the game to work. That's all good and fine. That's how I fixed it in the moment. But when recording future playthroughs, I did some more research. And the research told me, get this, RE framework for Resident Evil 4 Remake was not updated on Nexus. The Nexus version is out of date. You have to get it from the creator's GitHub account. And then it fixes some sort of conflict that makes dodge roll crash the game. And I have not had a single problem with dodge roll since. You have to get the update from the GitHub. That's how you fix the game, actually. So all the hours doesn't matter, because a month or so later, that's what happened. Anyway, continue. The only way forward was on a rickety minecart, but I didn't mind being that close to Hada, who decides to hand me a red 9 with infinite ammo. So there's no way around this, and I'm sure you knew that from the get-go. So let's be adults and have a consensus about playing a video game with arbitrary, self-enforced rules starring a womanizing gay man, a fictional heir to a very real company, and what is probably a very poor representation of the trans community. Cool beans. I ride this minecart harder than a jockey on his chicken, and a stellar performance takes us to the next area with no damage whatsoever. Unfortunately, the only thing that was damaged was my game, as trying to get on the minecart for the next segment crashed my game again. But that's okay. Here's some sick-ass dodge rolls in the process. Disabling my ability to do this got me to successfully jump into the minecart without the fabric of my reality breaking down. Our journey this time was much less smooth. But at least Hada is having fun.
This is kind of fun.
Not the best ride I could have with her, but she really seems like she's enjoying herself a lot more than she did when this mess first started. Much like Ashley, she seems more liberated. Maybe my pity and anger is turning more into pride and appreciation. Yeah, maybe she is still trying to betray me, but a part of me wants to feel like believing in her. Only time will tell. Our journey on the minecart ends dramatically, and thankfully without any injuries. I rescue Hada without thinking and realize that regardless of her position as a friend or a foe,
Give us a 3-2-1
she deserves a chance.
Sancho.
Getting that chance will be hard, as we were deep in the caves with no way out.
But actually, this works.
Well, we did have a way out, but the bridge conveniently collapsed right before making it. But if we can make the jump to this rock from the minecart,
Come on.
we can make this jump. But detour it is. Maybe I can get the read on Hada this time anyway. Thankfully, explosions are as useless on her as they are on enemies, as I popped a barrel to kill some bugs. She was fine. She returns my earlier favor by saving me from the clutches of the bugs, but we still get surrounded quickly. Another popped barrel, but I'm clipped in the process. But that allows me to increase my health to the maximum. The simplistic UI being as bland as the game itself. For some reason, my broken butterfly is no longer infinite, but that's probably because of the hard reinstall I did to fix the game earlier. Hada and I make it to an elevator. And have a heart-to-heart.
Phew. I'm beat. Makes you appreciate tech like this.
I don't get you. Why risk your life like this?
Then I say the funniest line ever,
Told you.
given the context of this narrative.
Be straight with me for once.
Hada says she helped uncover the parasites that were dormant in these caves back when she worked with Umbrella.
There you go.
Helping the two of you
Apparently,
doesn't make up
a
for
former
this.
Gastelon
I
of
know
this
that.
magic kingdom sealed them
But
away.
still,
But
I
Umbrella
don't
delved
want
into
anyone
it
else to get hurt.
with the help of the current leader,
That
Mickey,
case,
to harness the
better get
power of
serious.
manipulation, something both parties wanted.
Harsh words for a squire.
Now she was trying to take it all down and fix her mistakes. And also Lewis's.
We're out of that hell.
Wait, Lewis? Yeah. During my original run-in with Hada, she and Lewis were working together to take down this cult. Not just the Sephora branch of it. They always knew it was much bigger than that. Lewis was head researcher for Sephora and helped to craft the makeup that made all of this go in the direction that it did. Both of their efforts made this power struggle infinitely worse. Because the more something feels attainable to someone with ambition, the more they would do to make sure they got what they wanted. And now they wanted to clean it up. But with Lewis's death, it all fell to her. Yeah.
Sculling our names.
This is it. This is how we trust each other. This is how we finally take down the masterminds behind this global disaster. Together. This...
Almost what?
What? Hada? Hada? Before she could say more, something strikes her from behind, sucking all of the textures right out of her.
Long time.
I could save her, though. I just needed to get her, and fast. The assailant jumps down, removing his katana from Hada, quickening her blood loss.
Stolen goods.
This man had to die. Now. But
Killing a few rats.
who was it? He spoke to me with familiarity, but I didn't know him. He procured what could only be the amber from Hada's pocket. So, she had it all along?
Knives.
And didn't give it to Wesker. For once, an act of her dishonesty made me trust her more. I make a move against her attacker, but he gets the jump on me and treats me like he taught me my skills. How don't I know him? His katana had reach, but I'm close up. Unfortunately, he kicks me away from Hada, and I lose my gun in the process. I'm forced to break my rules for this sequence alone, and I no longer care if it gets me to Hada faster. If he truly taught me these moves, he would see just how much I hone them. He tells me about something called Operation Javier, something we both supposedly served on.
I'm a free man who made a choice.
Something I don't remember. He said that our government killed everyone involved, even him, on paper at least. We were the only ones who made it out. Except I got a medal, and he got dead friends. So he faked his own death to escape their clutches. Why? Why was it that everything I know about my own bosses had to be revealed to me by other people betrayed by them?
Operation Javier?
I was still their puppet when I was sent to the European Pueblo. And here I am, still trying to rescue the only person left affiliated with Sephora. Could that be what they wanted? My thoughts are enough to draw my focus, and it gives him the upper hand. He goes in for the kill until Hada, weaker than ever, steps in to save my ass again.
Enough play, rookie. You haven't changed a damn bit. What a disappointment.
She shouldn't be moving. She'll lose too much blood. She tells me that she thinks we both know it's too late to save her,
Looking good, eh, my friend?
and hands me a key that was once Lewis's
Such a loss to the ladies.
to get into his laboratory, the same place he had to perform the top and bottom surgery that changed her into Hada.
Take these.
What?
The key to
I thought she changed herself of her own accord.
and remove
She said she had always wanted to, but it was Wesker that put her in the situation where it had to be done.
Ashley.
Much like Ashley was unknowingly altered by her father, Hada was by Wesker. Hada was originally supposed to be the Kyle and secure their link to Sephora when they took over. But Hada refused to take it and hatched a plan with Lewis to get it out of her. The surgery was invasive, and the only way to remove it from her was to make her unsuitable to be a Kyle. And therefore Hada was born. But she said that when she woke up, she felt free for the first time in her life. Although forced indirectly by Wesker to change, she ultimately embraced the change and felt like this was who she was supposed to be all along.
For once I wanted Leon to see the real me. Or at least who I wanted to be, in the end. A tragic hero who wanted to do the dirty work so Louise didn't have to anymore. He was dealing with this plague since he was a child in the village above, since I brought this mess upon everyone, because I couldn't stand up to those in charge. I wish I could have shown him how much he ended up giving me. When I finally had the courage to go through with everything I have since we met in Raccoon City, and he stayed true to his morality, even under such pressure. I wish I could tell him everything. I wish...
People can change, right?